Yes, my dear students, today we are learning this sample program related to your card layout. So just give more attention on this card layout, right? So import java.awt.star, import java.awt.event. If you are using a event means you are using some of our listeners. Okay. So import java.applet. So you are accessing applet programs, right? So you have to supposed to write applet tag. Here applet you are specifying the code as card layout and width and height. Now you are writing the class. What is the name of the class? Card layout demo. Card layout demo. Extends applet. It is inheriting the applets. Implements action listeners, mouse listeners. So it is inheriting the features of action listeners as well as mouse listeners. So you are clicking and dragging. Got it? So hence you know what is the method you are implementing these action listeners. Public void action performed. Public void action performed. Please make a note. Now here you are declaring checkbox object. Here you are declaring checkbox object as WinXP, WinVista, WinSolaris and Mac. And now you are declaring the panel object. Got it? Okay, you are declaring the panel object. What is the name of the panel object? OS cards. Now you are declaring the card layout object. What is the card layout object? Card elbow. Okay, and now you are declaring button objects. What are the button objects? Win, comma other. Now you are initializing. Please observe here. You are initializing public void init. First you are creating the window button object, that is win, and the proper value appearing on that windows button is windows. Okay, and other button others. You are creating the another button with the caption as others. Next you are adding these two buttons to your container. Okay, that is your browser. By using this add method you are adding windows button as well as other button in your web browser. Okay, yes. Now you are creating the card layout. Card elbow is equal to new card layout, and you are creating the panel. OS card is equal to new panel of. You are creating the panel. Now please observe here OS card dot set layout. So you are setting the layout of the panel. So what is the layout of a panel? Card layout. Okay, so where you are setting your panel? In the card layout you are setting your panel. Okay, okay. Now you are creating the checkbox. WinXP is equal to new checkbox. The label appear on the checkbox is Windows XP, where it is a default selected as a true. Default selected is true. And now we are creating one more checkbox, WinVista. WinVista, we are creating the checkbox. You are creating the checkbox with the label Windows Vista. And you are creating the checkbox Solaris, which appears the label as Solaris. You are creating the Mac, then you are creating the checkbox with the label Mac OS. Now you are creating the another panel. What is the panel you are using? What is the name of another panel you are creating? WinPawn. Okay, in WinPawn.add WinXP. What is WinXP? WinXP is a checkbox. So you are adding this checkbox in the panel WinPawn. Okay, in which panel we are adding? In Windows panel. Okay, and Windows Vista is also you are adding into the another panel. What is the panel you are using? WinPawn panel. Okay, these two checkboxes will be added in the panel WinPawn, and you are creating one more new panel, that is other panel. Okay, in other panel you are adding Solaris checkbox, and in other panel you are adding Mac checkbox. Now please observe here OS cards. OS card is your panel. OS cards is your panel dot add. You are adding the method in this panel. What you are adding? WinPawn. What is WinPawn? WinPawn is another panel. WinPawn holds, and its name is given as Windows. WinPawn is a panel and its name is Windows. It consists of your Windows XP and Vista checkbox. Windows XP and Windows Vista checkbox. And in the OS card layout you are adding another panel. The name of the panel is other. The name of the panel is other. Got it? Yes. So you are adding this panel to this card layout with the name other. Now when you are adding OS cards, if you are adding OS card means you are adding the panel Windows, panel others. Whenever you click win, what is the win actually? Yes, what is win? Button. Whenever you click the button, some action has to be taken place. Other button, if you click the other button, it has to taken place some action. And you are generating some listeners, add mouse listeners. When you generating mouse on your containers, then some of our event has to be generated, right? If you are using add mouse listeners, then you are using public void mouse pressed. If you press the mouse, some of the event has to generate. If you press the mouse, some of the event has to generate. What the event it is generating? Card elbow. What is card elbow? Card layout, right? Dot next, it has to go for next. Next as OS cards. Actually, what is OS cards? It is a panel, right? In the card layout, it will shows the panel. Okay, if you mouse clicked, if you press that, it will shows the card layout. Okay, in the card layout it consists of two panels. Okay, and if you mouse clicked, then nothing will happen. Mouse enter, nothing will happen. Mouse exited, nothing will happen. You can give some information if you are required. Mouse release, nothing will happen. Okay, it is blank. You are using that, but it is nothing happen. And now when you click the buttons, public void action perform, public void action perform. Now whatever the button you click, according to that resource it has to generate. So please observe here, ae.get resource, we have to get the resource equal to win. What is win? Your either button or checkbox. Got it? Either button, right? If you click the Windows button, right, what is the name of a Windows? Win. Yes, what is the name of the object? Win. If you click the win, then it will act according to that we have implemented the code. What is the code we have implemented here? Card elbow. So in your card layout, show it will shows OS cards. What is OS card? OS card is the panel. It consists of windows. Otherwise, if you click the else, it will shows the card layout. It shows the OS card panel. In the panel, it will open other panel. In the panel, it will opens other panel. Other panel consists of Solaris and Mac. If you execute this program, it will show these two buttons. Whenever you click this, it will show only this panel. So okay, Windows, it will show only Windows XP and Windows Vista. Got it? It will show only this much. If you click the other, this two will be hide and this two will be displayed. Got it? So these two checkboxes are acting as a one panel. These two checkboxes are acting as a one panel, and this is the name of win. What is the layout? What is the layout we have given here? Windows, right? Where we are adding this win panel. Okay, okay. So other window panel, and we are adding win pan and other pan. Okay, yes. Likewise, you are adding your windows to your layouts. Let us see this sample program. If I execute, whether it will work or not. Let me copy. Take your notepad++. Let your take new file and paste it. And come here and take here. Sorry. Take here card layouts. Copy. Come and paste. And come here. Here copy. And come and paste. Okay. And come here, copy and paste here. Yes. Okay, now save it. So how to save this? We have to know car layout demo, right? Copy and save paste .java. Okay, and ensure that you are storing in right directory. Okay, yes, save it. Come here and take the command prompt. Let me take cmd dot enter cd slash cdjdk 1.4 slash bin java c car layout demo dot java. Now we are running card layout demo.java. So whenever you run, it is ensuring that, okay, it is ensuring that this is one panel and this is one panel. These two panels are placed in one card layout. Okay, in the deck, it is acting as a deck. whatever you selected. So default it is true, it is selected, hence it shows two checkboxes. If I click other, it will be hide and other will be show. Got it? Yes. If you click Mac OS will become Solaris will come. If you click this, okay, it will execute. Clear? Yes. Likewise, it will execute. So that is your card layout. Okay. Next, grid bag layout. This question is also asked, so you have to go through it. To use a grid bag layout, which is specified by the grid bag layout class. So if you are using grid bag, as you know, what is a bag? Bag is a set of a holding, right? To use the grid bag layout, which is specified by the grid bag layout class, we have to use grid bag layout class. What makes the grid bag useful is that you can specify the relative placement of components by specifying their positions within cells inside a grid. So here by using this grid bag, it will be useful for the relative placement of a component. So whatever the controls you are using, that you can specify the spaces. Okay, you can specify the spaces between the components controls. Okay, the key to the grid bag is that each component can be different size and each row in the grid can have a different number of columns. So the main importance of this grid bag is whenever you are using each component is of a different size and each row in the grid can have a different number of columns. Okay, so different controls you are placing in different tables, different rows and columns. The rows and columns are also of varying sizes. This is why the layout is called as grid bag. That is why it is called as grid bag. It is a collection of small grids joined together. In this grid bag, it consists of small grids which are joined together. Grid bag constraints. Here the constraints, as you know, what do you mean by constraints? Constraint means a rule. Grid bag constraints include the height and width of a cell and the placement of a component. So it consists of height and width of a cell and the placement of a component, where we have to place our control in that cell. Okay, it's a alignment and it's an anchor point within the cells. So it also consists of its alignments and it's also consists of anchor points within the cell. The general procedure for using a grid bag is to first create a new grid bag layout object and to make it the current layout manager. First, what you have to supposed to do? You have to supposed to do grid bag layout object and you have to set it as a current layout manager. Let me see how we can do that. So here the syntax is given, grid bag layout of, and this is the general syntax we are following, and by using this grid bag layout we are having several methods. Let us see what are the several methods it supports. The one method is here set constraints. Here we have to use some set constraints. In the set constraints, you are setting the component and grid bag constraint constants. You have to suppose to specify the component object and grid bag constraints. Okay, you have to specify the component object as well as grid bag constraint object. Now let us see, component is the component for which the constraint is specified. Whatever here the component means, what are the component you are taking and what are its constraints. Okay, what are the constraints? You are specifying how that component has to be appear in your grid layout. Okay, yes. Now here the grid bag constraints are exist in this table. Let us see, this table specifies the size of your component, placement of your component, spacing of the component. Okay, so size of your control, placement of your control and spacing of your controls. Now let us see, first field is int anchor, specifies the location of a component within a cell. So it specifies the location of a component within a cell. By using this anchor, you are specifying where exactly your control should be present in the cell. Let us see what is the default value. Grid bag constraint dot center. If you specify the center, the tool will be appear, whatever the tool, button or labels or checkbox or radio buttons or list box, text box, right? It will be appear in the center. And int fill, by specifying how the component is resized if the component is smaller than its cell. So hint fill method specify if the component is resized, if the component is smaller than its cell. If the component is less than its cell size, then how to resize it? Whenever you are resizing that component, then what are the values we have to supposed to see? Grid back constraints dot none, so it is do nothing. And grid back constraints dot horizontal, grid back constraints dot vertical, grid back constraints both. So if you are using the horizontal value, then horizontal height will be increased, vertical width will be increased, vertical value height will be increased. If you specify both, height and width will be increased, grid height and grid width. So by using this, you are increasing the height of the component to your cell by 1. Grid width, you are increasing the width of the component, right? Height indicates vertical, width indicates horizontal, right? Yes, by using this grid height and the grid width, you are increasing the size of your component in the terms of a cell by 1. Okay, and grid x and grid y, you are increasing the x coordinate in the cell. Okay, specifies the x coordinate of the cell to which the component will be added. Where the component is to be added, you are specifying. The default value is grid back constraint dot relative. Grid back constraint dot relative. So either x coordinate or grid y, grid x or grid y. Okay. Now in the same sense, you can also specify the inset. As you know what is the inset, right? The space between components and container. The space between components and container, right? Specifies the inset. Default inset are 0. Next, int ipad-x, specify extra horizontal space that around the component. If you want extra horizontal space around the component within a cell, then you have to use ipad-x. If you want vertical space, ipad y, double weight x, double weight y. So it is also same thing. It will give horizontal spacing and vertical spacing, weight x and weight y. So this tabular will be followed by the grid back constraints. So to understanding better, let us see here. Okay, so what is the program? Import java.awt.star, import java.awt.event.star, import java.applet.star, right? So these packages are important, and you are taking the name of the class. Here the applet code is applet tag is also important. Here the code attribute is important, and you are specifying the name of the class. Now you are writing the class, public class gridback demo. What is the name of the class? Gridback demo. Extends applet. It is inheriting the applet. Implements item listener. Here item listeners means you are using some radio buttons, right? Some radio buttons or some checkboxes. Radio buttons, right? Yes, radio buttons and list box. Okay, radio buttons and list box or combo box, choice controls. Combo box means choice. Yes, let us see. String message is equal to double quotation. You are defining the checkbox object, same last program, WinXP, WinVista, Solaris Mac. Initializing, while initializing you are taking the grid bag layout. We are creating the grid bag layout object gbag. Okay, grid bag layout class gbag object you are creating. Next, grid bag constraints, you have to take the constraints object, so that is why you are specifying gbc. You are creating the grid bag constraints object, and you are setting the layout of grid bag. So in grid bag, what is there? Grid bag layout constraint is there, right? You are setting the layout of grid bag layout. You are setting the constraint of grid bag layout. Now you are creating one checkbox, that is WinXP with the label WinXP. It is default selected. WinVista checkbox with the label WinVista. Solaris checkbox with the label Solaris. Mac checkbox with the Mac label. And next, gbc. What is gbc here? Grid bag constraint. You are specifying the weight x. So here use the column weight as 1 value, and ipad x you are specifying the padding as 200 units, and inset value as 4, right? Top left, bottom right. Top left is specified as 4,4, and bottom right is 0 and 0. And grid bag anchor, you are specifying it as anchor's value is northeast, not as in a center. It should be somewhat northeast, north and east. It may be middle, right? Next, grid bag width relative, it may be taken as a relative value. Okay, and grid bag set constraint WinXP. What is WinXP? Your checkbox gbc. In the grid bag, you are adding these constraints to your Windows XP checkbox with the GBC. What is GBC? Grid bag constraint. In the grid bag constraints, grid width, you are setting grid bag constraints dot reminder value is taken. Your grid bag dot set constraints, you are setting the constraint for your Vista checkbox as a grid bag constraints, and you are also specifying the weight by 1.0 width relative constraint for your Solaris checkbox as GBC, and the grid width as a reminders constraint for Mac, and all you are specifying these grid bag constraints for your 4 checkbox. Later onwards, you are adding your checkbox Windows XP, Windows Vista, Solaris, and Mac. You are adding these 4 checkbox. Afterwards, whenever you click these items, some of a event will be generated. So if you click on the XP, some add item listeners are there, you are selecting. So for add item listeners, you have to write public void item state changed event handlers. So you are using changed event methods. In here you are calling the repaint method. If you call the repaint method, you must have paint method, public void paint graphics G. In this you are specifying the message. Already we have declared the message, right? That message will be displayed as current state. Whenever you click the Windows XP, it get that state. Okay, so Windows XP dot get state means it will define either true or false. If I click Vista, it will get the state. If I click the Solaris state I am getting, Mac state I am getting. So for all displaying, you are using G dot drawstring method, okay. Here if you see in here, whatever the constraint we have specified, according to that constraints it will arranged in your cell. So to understand this concept, let us compile and run. We take Notepad++, close every program, we take file new, paste it, come here, copy and paste it, come here, paste it, come here, copy and paste it. Right, now what is the name of the class? Grid bag demo. Right, let me copy and save it. While saving, you should ensure that you are saving with .java extension with JDK and save it. Okay, and now come here and alt enter java c, what is the name of the file? Grid bag layout, right? Grid bag demo, grid bag demo.java, java c grid bag demo, correct? Yes sir. Let me check once again. Grid bag demo, right? Yes sir. I have not logged out, right? Yes, log out. cd jdk 1.4/bin java c grid bag demo.java applet viva grid bag demo.java. Whenever we run, it is automatically set according to our relative values, right? These are the relative values. If you maximize that, and whenever I am clicking this, these options are executing. So these are arranged according to your relative spaces within the component, and whatever the insert you are specified. Okay, it is 4 means it may be it will start here. Got it? Yes, likewise it will be evaluated. Clear? Yes sir. So that's it, and now this is the end of your chapter 16. In this chapter, we have understand the layout managers. Layout manager means arranging your controls in your components in your containers. Okay, So first one is a flow layout is very important. You just go through your previous question paper. And border layout is also very important. Okay, and using insets are also very important. Grid layout is also very important. Car layout is also very important, and grid bag layout is also very important. Okay, so just the main theme of this layout manager is arranging your control in your output. Okay, so it is very much essential whenever you are designing a program or you are developing a software. You should be you are developing an app. That app should be placed in your user interface. Where you have to place the user interface, that you should have to specify. Okay, the location you have to specify. Clear? So likewise, you have to execute these kinds of layout managers is very important. Hope you have understand this concept. We will meet in next class. See you in the next class. Thank you.